Hello guys, so welcome to Kayo tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the lighting part over here, and we have done some of the lighting stuff over here. So as you can see, I have just rendered out this half of this. So as you can see, part is left out. But as you can see over here, we have used a Vray environment fog over here. So due to this, we have generated this stuff over here. Also, what we have done over here is like, I have selected this V-Ray light. I went into your material over here. So what I did over here is like, I go into the standard and I have used over here as your V-Ray HDRI. So you can definitely use a V-Ray HDRI over here. So wherever you have to use, you can just go into this and just write Vray HDRI. So you can add a HDRI over here. So once you add a HDRI over here, you can get material from here. So you can go down and you can just add a HDRI. Into the HDRI, what I can do over here is like, I can load a HDRI map over here. As you can see, I've loaded HDRI map. I'll make it as a spherical over here. And I went into this light over here. So if you want, so we can just drag this over here into this on the texture with the light. So I'm going to increase its multiplier to 0.4 over here for this. Also, if you go through that over here, I'll slightly increase it. If you want to increase the intensity multiplier, you can increase the intensity multiplier. And also you can do one thing over here is like, you can go into the environment and definitely I am reducing a bit of, that's called your fog density and your fog emission. So it's like how much density you want and how much the fog should emit. You can reduce it. If you want, you can still reduce it. And in the environment map, as you can see, I have added a V-Ray sky. If you want, what I can do is like, I can go into this and I can also add a HDRI map in the background in the environment. So I can just go into this, and if you want, you can just render and see how it looks like. So definitely, if you go with the full size rendering, it's going to take a longer time over here. But you can see over here that your environment will be taken accordingly with the HDRI map. So the light also will emit the light. Accordingly, we have assigned a HDRI texture over here, HDRI. So definitely the bounce of the HDRI definitely will be working on any of the reflective surfaces which is there inside this environment, whatever. So that's how you set over here your HDRI maps over here. If you want to go with some other also, you can go with that also. So I also have one more light over here, which intensity is lesser over here. So if I 0.1 over here, if you want, we can go with that. We can definitely assign that over here also. And let's again go back and let's render and see. You can assign it in this way. It depends what kind of HDRI map you require. If you want some other kind of HDRI map, if you want to go some kind of such HDRI maps, you can go with this maps also. So you can save those maps, HDRI. So let's see how it looks like. So let's go into the material, and I'll again locate a new map. That's it. And I'll go back to perspective, select this light, and instead of this I'll take this map, select this light, and just replace this maps over here. Alright, and go into the rendering, go into again the environment, and let's change this. So let's just render and see. You'll definitely see a difference over here. You can see more of a darker colors over here because the environment which was more of a orangish, so you are definitely going to see a kind of a orangish tint in the scene over here. So as you can see with this HDRI. So definitely it's going to take a longer time for the rendering. You can definitely set it up over here accordingly. So it's going to take time. After that, I'll go into this environment, I'll go down, and I'll definitely increase its subdivision. So if you want to increase its subdivisions, you can increase its subdivisions over here. So you can do it over here. Fog density, that can be increased, decreased. Emission, I'll reduce a bit. I've activated this effect GI option over here. So again go into this render setup and into the GI, your irridance map, your light cache, and if you want you can definitely work with few of the things over here. So subdivisions, I made it as 1000. So if you increase more subdivisions, it's definitely going to take longer time over here. So into the Vray, I have adjusted this filter as your Catmull room, and also I have not activated this GI. So if you activate this GI, definitely you can activate it. You can activate this if you want. I can just clear it, and again I'll again call Hdri Map, and let's render this and see how it looks like. So make sure you are definitely working on the lights. So if you want it to be more of a brightish tint, you can go with some other HDRI maps. But over here, if you look at the HDRI map, say this is a HDRI map, it's a close to a late evening scene, so definitely those kind of stuff you will definitely see over here, the light and bounces and all this stuff. So definitely you can also generate the passes. The light passes can also be generated over here. So definitely I'll be putting up rendered output of it. So it's all up to you. You can also change the HDRI map if you want. You can easily change it. So this is just for an example which I have just set up over here for the HDRI map. You can go with some kind of a more lightish color. So I'll show you the render part over here and how you can add the light passes over here. You can go into the render elements over here, and I can just go into this add, and I can add some render passes. So very first of all, we'll be adding a Vray light, Vray global illumination, Vray diffuse filter. We can go down Vray reflection, Vray refraction. You can go down shadow, specular, Vray Z depth. So you can also generate ambient occlusion also over here. So if you want, you can generate Vray caustics also over here. Also we can go down again Vray shadow. Okay, we have taken a Vray shadow speckle and just add this. So once you added all this passes, Vray atmosphere also, Vray background, click OK. So once you added all this passes, and once you keep, again you start this rendering over here. So you just off it and just render it over here. So definitely you will see that once it is finally rendered, you will see that all this passes will come up in this particular way. So guys, if you have any doubts, please write it in the comment section over here. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So definitely I'll come up with this final output. I'll put it in the thumbnail over here. So stay tuned with Kayo tutorials. So thanks for watching this tutorial.